Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá jákèjádò àgbáláyé. Ẹ káàsán, ẹ káalẹ́, ẹ káàárọ̀ o ní gbogbo ibi tí ẹ bá wà. Èmi ọmọ yín náà ni àrólé bàbá tẹ́ntẹ́n. Olúmike Ọbalọ́lá JP. Ajìjàǹgbara fún ìdásílẹ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá. Ìránṣẹ́ Olódùmarè yín náà ni o. Ẹ̀yin ènìyàn mi, ní gbogbo ọ̀nà a gbọ́dọ̀ kúrò lórílẹ̀-èdè tí wọ́n pè ní Nàìjíríà yìí o. Nítorí pé ó ń fi ẹ̀mí àwọn ènìyàn wa ṣòfò lójoojúmọ́. Ṣé rí fídíò tí mo fẹ́ mú wá fún yín yìí? Àkọ́kọ́ náà, àkọ́kọ́ máa wo yẹ̀yẹ́ Nàìjíríà bí orílẹ̀-èdè yẹn gangan ṣe rí. Àkọ́kọ́ máa wo àwọn yẹ̀yẹ́ tí orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ti gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn olóṣèlú. Àbí kí n sọ wípé ibi tí wọ́n bà orílẹ̀-èdè yìí jẹ́, tí wọ́n bàjẹ́ tán pátápátá tó. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, tẹ́ bá wo fídíò tí mo fẹ́ mú wá yìí, ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀ wípé lótìtọ́ lódodo la gbọ́dọ̀ fi orílẹ̀-èdè yìí lẹ̀ kí oníkálukú wa máa bá tiwa lọ, kí Ìgbò máa bá tiẹ̀ lọ kó lọ dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè, kí Yorùbá nation náà dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè, kí Àrẹwà, Fúlàní àti Haúsá káwọn náà máa bá tiwọn lọ kí wọ́n lè dá dúró. Nítorí pé in fact àti orílẹ̀-èdè yẹn ò tiẹ̀ wá yé èèyàn mọ́. Mo wá fi àkókò yìí mo fi ń bá gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá sọ̀rọ̀ nílé àti lókè òkun pé ẹ jẹ́ ká fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ká jọ gba orílẹ̀-èdè tí à ń pè ní Yorùbá nation yìí. Èmi mọ̀ wípé tẹ́ bá wo fídíò yìí, ìdí tá a fi ń pariwo pé a fẹ́ dá dúró inú fídíò yìí gangan lẹ ti máa rí, tẹ́ ti máa mọ̀ wípé kò sí ọjọ́ ọ̀la fún orílẹ̀-èdè yìí tá à ń pè ní Nàìjíríà yìí. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ẹ farabalẹ̀ dáadáa. Fídíò tí mo fẹ́ mú wá yìí, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ni o, so that gbogbo àwọn ènìyàn tí wọ́n bá ń wo fídíò yìí náà wọ́n á lè máa rí àwọn kọ́mẹ̀ntì yín ní abẹ́ comment section. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ sí abẹ́ fídíò yìí tí ẹ bá wò tán. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́, ẹ farabalẹ̀ dáadáa, ẹ bá mi wo fídíò yìí.
Joining us now is Oji Ope with stories trending around the world. Hello, Ejineka.
Good morning, Dr. Abati. I saw you watching Owambe. You know that I'm Akoko. You're watching Owambe.
I was.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Ayo. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great.
Perfect. Good morning. Rufy on fire. You know this whole December is over.
will soon land.
Oh, yes. December. God bless you, December. Well, all right. Well, good morning to you viewers. Let's begin what's trending. On Tuesday, December 17th, politicians and lawmakers, including a former governor of Ogun State, Ibikunle Amosu, and Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, paid a surprise visit to former President Muhammadu Buhari at his home in Daura, Katsina State to celebrate his 82nd birthday. Well, here is a video shared on X showing the former president being welcomed with a happy birthday song. Let's take a look.
Happy birthday to you.
A happy birthday, former President Muhammadu Buhari. Ayo, Dr. Abati Rufai, this was trending yesterday. I mean, he did look pleasantly surprised by the visit. A lot of people have congratulated him, including the president, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, and of course Peter Obi, and a lot of other dignitaries have congratulated him, of course, because, I mean, he's done his political tenure.
He hooked you for truth.
No, he not hooked me for truth.
You.
Hold on. All right, okay.
He's done very well, I mean.
Well, I think he's done his time in politics in Nigeria. Isn't that right, Dr. Abati? I mean, he celebrated his 82nd birthday, and he served twice as president. Before I speak, let me just take all the tributes that have come in. I have a tweet from President Tinubu, a lengthy tweet. I'll try to read it. Dear President Muhammadu Buhari, on behalf of the government and people of Nigeria, I extend my warmest congratulations and best wishes to you on your 82nd birthday. As you celebrate this remarkable milestone in Daura, we reflect on your years of dedicated service and leadership, which have significantly shaped the course of our nation. Your steadfast commitment to Nigeria's advancement and unity inspires many, and your enduring legacy continues to guide our nation's journey towards prosperity and stability. Your doggedness and resilience in contesting presidential elections in 2003, 2007, and 2011 before winning them in 2015 and 2019 also inspire us never to give up. I will continue to build on the infrastructure legacy you bequeathed to our nation as leader of our country's first All Progressives Congress administration. On this special day, may you be surrounded by the love of your family and friends and continue to enjoy good health, happiness, and fulfillment in all your endeavors, now and in the future. Happy birthday, and thank you for your service to Nigeria. With respect and admiration, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Of course, President Tinubu has continued to reiterate, Dr. Abati, that he will build on the foundation where he left behind. Before I read the other tributes, would you like to comment? Should I?
Yes. Sure.
All right. Well, take another one. This is for Atiku Abubakar. He wrote, on behalf of my family, I felicitate with former President Muhammadu Buhari on his 82nd birthday. I pray that the Almighty Allah continues to grant you more years in good health and vitality. Peter Obi wrote, Your Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, as you mark your 82nd birthday anniversary today, on behalf of my family, I sincerely congratulate you. May God Almighty grant you many more healthy and happy years ahead. Happy birthday, President Buhari.
Well, let's join others in wishing the former head of state, former president of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, a very happy 82nd birthday.
Yeah.
The president of Nigeria, President Tinubu, ended his tribute on the note that he has had a life of service to Nigeria. And I think that, nobody can argue with that. He fought during the Civil War. He has served this country as a minister of the Federal Republic. He has served this country as the chairman of the Petroleum Trust Development Fund. He has served as a military head of state, and he has returned again as a civilian president from 2015 to 2023. In other words, he's an elder statesman, one of those who have helped in the making of Nigeria. And there is no way the history of this country will be written, and the role of General Buhari in that history will not be written. For partisan reasons, some people may have different opinions about his performance, particularly in his second coming. But, that's what happens to men of history. A proper accounting will be done one way or the other. Yesterday, I read two pieces by his former spokesman, one by Femi Adesina, who talked about him being a friend of the poor, and also took special note of the fact that President Buhari was a man who managed the COVID-19 crisis, and it was under his watch that Nigeria was shut down, to secure the people, to make this country safe. At the time, the whole international community was facing a global health crisis, otherwise known as a pandemic. Again, nobody can argue with that. As for the other details in Femi Adesina's piece, calling him Ore Mekunu, a friend of the poor, where questions have not yet been resolved about what happened to the National Social Register and the distribution of food in schools at a time when the same schools were shut down. But that's for historians to talk about. Now, Garuba Shehu also wrote a piece under my column yesterday at the back page of This Day, where he was also praising his former boss. But what I found questionable in Garuba Shehu's own was he making big heavy weather out of the fact that, since President Buhari left office, he has stayed away from Abuja. He is not disturbing the current president. He is unlike, President Obasanjo, who is always writing letters to whoever is in power at the center. Well, I thought that was an unnecessary, overkill.
Right.
If you want to praise your boss, praise him. We wish him many more years of service to the Nigerian community, to humanity at 82. And, we congratulate him.
Yes.
And we hope he had a nice day yesterday.
We hope so too.
With our former governor in Ogun State, with his skyscraper cap and all the distinguished...
It's a signature cap, yes.
Skyscraper,
I like that, yes.
It's a skyscraper
I like
cap.
it.
And all the distinguished gentlemen and women who went to honor him. I think they did well.
All right. A quick second.
All right, okay. I'm a happy birthday to former President Muhammadu Buhari. But the honest truth is that for a number of Nigerians, it evokes very bad memories. It's not nice to, on a day of celebration to bring back. But the truth is that we cannot rewrite history.
Yes, why you?
This president plunged Nigeria into the economic woes that we face today. And so let us not butter it up and of course his supporters and people who benefited will say very nice things. Those who've said very nice things about him ought to be polite. Yes. But the truth is that the reason why sometimes we have leaders who perform badly and don't feel ashamed is that we don't call them out oftentimes. They leave office and it's as if we have amnesia of what they did or how they performed in office. The Tinubu administration itself has talked about how the bad economy they inherited from the previous administration is what they're still dealing with at the moment. He looks very fresh at the moment. Unfortunately, I can't say that for many Nigerians. Right. He's living well at the moment. Unfortunately, I can't say that for many Nigerians. It's time we spoke up the truth about the way that some of these past leaders mismanaged the economy. Right. With regards to President Olusegun Obasanjo writing letters, I think that's even a better approach. At least it shows that he has more interest in the country and in the progress of Nigeria as a nation. So happy birthday, President Muhammadu Buhari. But unfortunately, a lot of Nigerians, when they see you, it doesn't evoke very pleasant memories. That's the truth.
Right. Well said, Ayo. Well, I mean, you've just hit the nail on the head on, several comments from a lot of Nigeria, especially the comment by President Tinubu where he said he would love to build on the infrastructure legacy that he left behind. I mean, all right, before I come to you, Rufai, let me take this story in Delta State, where the governor, Sheriff Obowori, has called on residents to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, stating that if the president fails, he would fail. The governor made the remark during a state function while addressing the people of Delta State. Let's take a look.
I want to appeal to Robo Nation today. I'm saying it here. I'm a Robo man. I'm governor for Delta State. But I will tell you, whether you like it or not, I want to say it here. Mr. President that you see is supporting this administration. God has made him the president as God has made me the governor. So as you are supporting me, support him. Because if he fail, I will fail. But he will not fail, I will not fail. Mr. President has appointed our sons and daughters into position. God has given him victory. God has given him victory. People should support us to succeed.
Rufai, I don't know if I can comment on my governor, my state governor. But I mean, is he a PDP governor or
He's a PDP.
Is he a PDP governor? Should I commend him or go ahead.
He's a PDP president.
He's a PDP governor. Okay.
You talked about something then.
Yes.
You see, that's the lackluster way at which we deify leaders in this country and we deify them into non-performance. That's just it. I mean, when you look at it, and that's a very good one as regards Muhammadu Buhari, I would have said even worse, Yes, his birthday, you want to spare him all of this, but a man that took an economy that was over close to 500 billion and destroyed it. He just pretty much destroyed the economy and okay, it's fine. As regards him, if he failed, I will fail. What does he mean by that at first? Hope they will not come and say he didn't say that before, it's AI.
No, it's not AI.
It's not AI.
No.
If he fail, I will fail.
Yeah.
Yes, I know in the overarching thought process, it will be like, if President Tinubu fails, we all fail. But no. President Tinubu makes his decision by himself. You as a governor, you make your decision by yourself. The question we should ask you, what have you been able to do to improve the prospect of people of Delta? So President Tinubu's failing standard is not a reflection of you.
Yeah.
I know you are trying to rally troops to support him, but no, face yours. And you see, this is what we keep talking about states. States forget that they are a subnational on their own. And a lot of people will feed through them. You've got local government, you've got every paraphernalia of power. Why did you use to improve the lives of people? And the further went ahead to say that he employed our sons and daughters. So it does, because he employed your sons and daughters, does that mean we should go and worship him?
Yeah.
Are you saying your sons and daughters do not merit it?
Yes.
You see, this way at which we bow down and go to kiss the ring for leaders and do all sorts, kiss their foot.
Yeah.
See, as regards President Tinubu today, he has a lot of economic policies that are failing Nigerians.
So this is the thing that I want to ask you, Rufai. I mean, on one hand, he's saying that we should support President Tinubu. I mean, in what way? Because we did hear that he also condemned some of his economic policies. Where are we? What am I missing? Something?
It goes back to the way we change. When somebody is trying to do eye service,
okay,
and is caught up in a mix, that's what you get.
Yeah.
You want to be for the people. And at the same time, because of the eye service you are doing, they say, let's all support him. So that when they now take that video, when they send the video via WhatsApp to political groups, they will say, I'm still supporting him.
All right.
Let's learn to call a spade a spade. The reason why things have not been working in Nigeria is because we've not told our leaders, which are particularly the problem of this country, that they should do better for this country. Nigeria is a blessed country, but it has funny leaders. That's just the pure and simple. So all this one is just a case of a man trying to speak with two mouths sides of the mouth and all of that. He's trying to do eye service. He's caught in a quandary.
He is. All right. But it's good that, he's saying, calling for people to support, the government. Sometimes, I mean, it is great to be able to, rally people around to support some great initiative by the state and federal governments. Well, all right. We'll take another story now. The governor of Osun State, Ademola Adeleke, on Tuesday granted pardon to Olowo Kere Jagun, who was sentenced to death by hanging for stealing a fowl and eggs when he was 17 years old. Social media was awash with reactions after a video surfaced online showing Jagun's parents narrating the story of their son. The mother said her son was said to have broken into the house of a police officer in April 2010 and carted away some of his belongings. He was subsequently charged with conspiracy and robbery and was sentenced to death. Governor Adeleke, upon receiving the news, granted the pardon in a statement shared on X. Let's read Adeleke's tweet there. He wrote, "I have received the report of a case of a young man reportedly sentenced to death by hanging in Osun State for stealing a fowl. Consequently, I have directed the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Osun State, to commence full investigation into the matter and initiate process to grant prerogative of mercy to the young man. Osun is a land of justice and equity and must ensure fairness and protection of the sanctity of lives. I assure members of the public that this matter is receiving my direct attention with every sense of urgency also attached to our response to this matter." Dr. Abati, when I saw the story trending online, I was shocked. I mean, there is a law in Nigeria that would sentence people to death because of stealing a fowl and eggs. They didn't say anything else, so fowl and eggs.
Well, I got some clarification. When I watched the interview with Biola Adebayo, with the parents of the gentleman, apparently in this particular matter, there was no case of murder because, the death penalty is for capital punishment. And then for somebody to steal an ordinary fowl, and then you sentence the person to death, is quite very strange.
Yeah.
And I think it's something also that the judiciary may want to investigate. Except that this matter was about 14 years ago. We were told that the gentleman stole the fowl 14 years ago.
Yes.
And he has spent 14 years in prison custody.
Sentenced to death by hanging in Osun State for stealing fowl. He's on Google. You can search for it.
ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè nàìjíríà mo rìnrìn àjò kan ní ọdún kan mi mọ̀ pé mo lè padà délé ni wọ́n gbé mi lọ nígbà tí mo débẹ̀ bórí mi ṣe mo ní tó tírí àjò ibà ti ẹ̀pin síbi ṣùgbọ́n kọ́mọ mi ó sá jáde peter àti rìndé lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí o ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè nàìjíríà.
àwọn ọmọ yẹn pé wọ́n ní àti adìẹ ẹ̀yìn kankan gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n sá wà ládùúgbò náà sá ń bá wa bẹ̀ pé máa sá lọ gbà tó lọ́nà ó tiẹ̀ mọ́ parẹ́ ò mọ́ ọ̀ tiẹ̀ ọjẹ́ ọ̀ bàtí ọlọ́sà ti ṣe tí wọ́n ti rí ẹ̀mú yẹn yẹra ó sá dì láì mú ni pé òní sá pé nǹkan tó mọ́wọ́ tẹ̀ mẹ́sẹ̀ kan wá mú o kò sá o tí àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn tí wọ́n fi mú àṣàwọ̀ wàhálà yẹn.
ó sá ń ka ìwé yẹn táwa náà dẹ̀ rí i pé
ó ń kàwé ní ó graduate níbẹ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ pé àní owó lọ́wọ́.
ẹ wá lọ sí fún graduation ni kí ló read medicine ló read ó read medicine lẹ́wọ̀n.
ní dp yẹn bá ní kí n lọ wá 30,000 wá tí n bá fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ mi rẹ̀wọ̀n lẹ́nu kan 20,000 sáà ní agbára pin dé àrí 20,000 gbẹ lágbára.
ní 2010 lẹ́ ń sọ yìí.
pé kí n wo dáadáa o òun ò bímọ òyìnbó ṣàánú ló bá yà.
Gọ́fúnà Adémọ́lá Adélékè mo rawọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ sí yín kí ẹ fi ojú àánú kí ẹ fi wò mí torí ní ọdún tí wọ́n dá ẹjọ́ yìí ohun tí adájọ́ sọ ni pé lẹ́yìn ọdún 10 gọ́fúnà tó bá wà lórí ipò òun ló lè pardon ọmọ yìí. Ọlọ́run ni mo fi bẹ̀ yín ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run ẹ síjú àánú wò mí torí ọmọ kan so. mo wá mi ogun igun tó dé mi ò rí o mo wọ́ ọmọ mi ò rí ẹyọ kan so tí mo nílé mi ò ní gbẹ́kẹ̀lé mi níbi kankan bí mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ ju ọmọ yìí lọ. ẹ dákun ẹ síjú àánú wò mí gómìnà wa ọlọ́lá wa aláṣẹ wa nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ọmọ Odò Ọ̀tẹ̀ ni mí ọmọ ìlú Ọ̀yàn ẹ síjú àánú wò mí. Mo tún wá rawọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ sí gbogbo ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà gbogbo ìrànlọ́wọ́ tọ́lọ́ máa fún kálukú láti ṣe látìgbà tí mo ti márìn àjò ọmọ ìka mi ò sọdún ayọ̀ rí o kò sí kankan tí mo rí ṣe tẹ́gbẹ́ mi ṣe láyé tí mo ṣe mi ò jẹ́yàn mi ò bẹ́gbẹ́ pẹ́ mi ò lówó lọ́wọ́ mi ò ní sẹ́lọ̀ kò sówó tí mo lè dá lẹ́lẹ́ tí mo lè rí ṣe o mi ò rí kó jọ mo sì fẹ́ bẹ́gbẹ́ pé mo fẹ́ bá gbà mú kí n mọ́ bàráyé bọ́ọ̀tì kí n mọ́ wáyé asán ẹgbà mi o ẹgbà mi ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà má jẹ́ ń báyìí kú o ìbànújẹ́ ò ní tọ́ sí yín o.
This is too much. He has been there for 14 years for the allegation of stealing fowl. I'm not there, but we need your help. I'm begging you in the name of God. His Excellency Governor Ademola Adeleke.
So this just tells you about the distortions in this country, the injustice that we have in this country. People who steal billions are all over the place collecting chieftaincy titles. They have national honors. They are not in jail. It's a man that steals a fowl. One governor, I will not name him in order not to compound his agony out of office. Somebody stole his phone, common phone, and then the person was sent to prison. And the thing about justice is that even when you commit a crime, the punishment should be proportional, to the crime that you have committed. Now to Governor Adeleke. I think Governor Adeleke has taken a good decision by asking the Attorney General and the Commissioner for Justice to investigate this, to find out the circumstances. And he has already made it clear that he's going to address the matter because justice will seem not to have been done in this case. And he has the power under the Constitution. Section 212 of the 1999 Constitution gives governors the powers either to reduce sentences or to outrightly pardon inmates. This is a man who has been put in a prison for stealing a fowl. In fact, when he comes out, maybe the Legal Aid Council or lawyers who are ready to do a pro bono intervention should reopen the case and say that this man deserves to be compensated.
Absolutely.
How much were they selling common fowl 14 years ago? Although you may say, when you commit a crime, it doesn't matter what the amount is. Fowl 14 years ago will be like, how much? Not up to, it wouldn't even be up to 1,000 naira. And a person's life has been wasted for 14 years. I think, he deserves to be compensated beyond, Governor Adeleke saying that he will grant pardon, because this is clearly a case of miscarriage of justice.
Absolutely. I'm glad that you just highlighted that because I really wanted to hear your perspective on the story. Well, it all boils down to this miscarriage of justice. But before I come to you, I know in another development, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has banned arbitrary arrests, detentions, and phone searches of road users by police officers across Nigeria. The directive was issued on Tuesday. Egbetokun warned that such unlawful practices tarnish the image of the police and vowed severe punishment for offenders, including commissioners of police and their supervisors.
So this woman, Kemi Badenoch, since she become member of parliament for the US, she wake up in the morning, she says something negative about Nigeria, she insult Nigeria, she just disrespect our country's name, say a lot of crazy things about Nigeria. Now, a lot of people too, they fire back at her. Even recently, the vice president even talk about her. Now, let's start like this, yeah? I just even read one post where somebody said something about her. He said, because they gave Ademola Lookman the African best player. Congratulations to him. So the person said, Ademola Lookman was born in England, has played for several high-profile football clubs, won the CFA Award 2024 for African Footballer of the Year, and has never insulted Nigeria or only identified with the Yoruba ethnicity. But Kemi Badenoch sees every opportunity to ridicule Nigeria. Right. Now, let's start with Kemi Badenoch, yeah? She said something. Let me play this thing she said.
Do you trust the British police?
I do. But remember my experience with the police in Nigeria was very negative. And coming to the UK, my first experience with the police was very positive. The police in Nigeria would rob us. So when people say, I have this bad experience with the police because I'm black and they're white, I was like, well, I remember the police stole my brother's shoes and his watch.
His shoes?
Yeah, they took his shoes and his watch. It's a very poor country. So, people do all sorts of things, and giving people a gun is just a license to intimidate. But that's not the bar we should use for British police. Obviously, it should be much higher. But my experience was so positive. When I was burgled, for example, the police were there, very helpful. They eventually caught the person. This is 2004. So 20 years ago, the police did catch criminals. And now we've given them
You heard what she said, that the police robbed them. They collected their slippers. What an embarrassment. Let me play this other part.
We have a number.
Let me still play another one.
They give 100 naira. I don't follow you. What's the problem? I want funny only traffic offense. Also what?
Now, here's what I want to say about this Kemi Badenoch lady, right? There's nothing that woman has said about Nigeria that is a lie. I just gave you one proof. She said police robbed them. And these are videos where the Nigerian police are embarrassing themselves because of the poor structure of the police. So every other thing she has said about this country, no one be lie. It's telling Nigerians or the government where they verse. As you say, Vice President, they replied the woman. It's telling that they verse, they change some kind of things where they affect us as a people. I like the fact that she fire more. And I pray she continue firing. See recently now, IGP of police don't say they'll stop police from collecting people funds and the rest, which they don't they talk since. This woman talk, follow hits them. So she should continue. Nigeria don't go one point to be saying, my brother, and I don't understand the damage of this country. It don't corrupt, it don't rotten. It don't rotten. So if Kemi Badenoch they talk, this is some mumu Nigerians, they go to insult the woman and say she's not patriotic. No, she's more patriotic than you and I. No, maybe not like me. She's very patriotic. That's why she's telling us the problem that is affecting our country. But I don't get sense. Now they follow these people. She's talking. She's using her own office to talk down on the rubbish where they go down here. She needs to be praised and respected. That's just the truth, because she does not lie. Everything she has said about this country is not a lie. It's not a lie. No this and no peace. Madam Kemi, continue. If you decide to pursue, not give Nigerians visa, don't do. Are you sabi? Where our professionals they live every day. Well, again, the thing said a two-way thing. Professionals they live, and because the government don't even offer them anything better. The problem with this country plenty. Problem of Nigeria is plenty. The government follow. Vice President now they talk as if we no follow for the problem. The president is part of our problem. Vice President is part of the problem. House of Rep, everybody, they want to just enrich themselves. Kemi Badenoch talk because she stand firm for UK. She want me UK better than the best. That's what she wanted for Nigeria. But she no go. She carry her own efforts, go another place. Shout out to her. God bless you, man. And for all of Nawana, they insult her. God will punish you all. And you all will learn the hard way with experience. When experience of what they talking to now, that's when you all will learn. And you all will learn the hard way. Don't play. God punish you, go play.
What do you say me?
Don't go punish you.
Maybe the Vice President.
Don't play.
I thought to tie this story in because obviously the young boy who was sentenced to death in Osun State, I mean, it's because he stole from a police officer. And I think that really is one of the reasons why. And it's good that the Inspector General of Police here has made this announcement, because how often do you see these people coming into your car, searching your phone? How can you invade your privacy and all of that? A quick comment quickly before on both stories.
Very good one there. And I'm really glad about the governor coming. He was tagged a lot of times yesterday about this case, and it's great to see that he said an investigation will be conducted. I totally agree with compensation being paid, and maybe even finding out who the officer was or who were the people that managed the case as to upholding an abuse of power because this is what it amounts to. I don't think there's any law whereby stealing would warrant the death penalty, and then stealing of a fowl, how much? That ought to be done. Now, with the IG of police coming out to say this, I think this is fantastic development. But we've often heard announcements like this, but no follow through, especially with regards to implementation. So one thing is, I hope that it will be cascaded down to all the officers in the police force. And then number two, a channel for reporting.
Yes.
So that if anyone falls victims, because he really talked about the youth, and I'm really glad that we're protecting the interests of young people in Nigeria, that there's a portal or a channel to report infractions, and that this will be taken up, and that a few officers will be made an example of, so that we can really see this policy or this directive come to life.
Absolutely.
It's very important about that. Then beyond that as well, even the IG of police himself and the police as a whole, and I know we have a story about high-handedness, this picking up people, Gestapo style, picking up people, that needs to be addressed as well.
Yes.
We've talked about the police reform. It's a step at a time. This is a good move, and very importantly, everyone should screen grab this announcement.
Yes.
If the police comes to you, just show it to them, because some...
Mo jẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ́ fún orílẹ̀-èdè mi ilẹ̀ Odùduwà tó ń ṣàn fún wàrà àti fún oyin, ilẹ̀ tó kún fún àwọn akọni ọgbọ́n ètò àti òye. Mo ṣe ìlérí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ológo ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀, ìtànṣán oòrùn láti la ayé já nílẹ̀ Áfíríkà, láti gbé ilẹ̀ Odùduwà lárugẹ. Mo pinnu láti fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan fún ìlọsíwájú ìran Yorùbá. Mo fọwọ́ sọ̀yà pé n kò ní dalẹ̀ tàbí ṣọ̀tẹ̀ sí ìṣọ̀kan àti ìtẹ̀síwájú orílẹ̀-èdè mi ilẹ̀ Odùduwà. Èmi yóò fi gbogbo ipá, ọkàn, iṣẹ́, ọgbọ́n àti ìṣe mi sin orílẹ̀-èdè mi ní òtítọ́ àti lódodo títí ọjọ́ ayé mi. Gbogbo ìyànjú àwọn akọni tó ti lọ kò ní já sófo láti ọwọ́ mi títí dé ìrandíran tí ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn. Mo ṣe ìlérí pé ẹ̀sìn tàbí ìṣèlú kò ní yà wá nílẹ̀ Odùduwà. Tó bá wáyé bẹ́ẹ̀, mo lè lo ọ̀kan ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó kù sára mi láti fi ṣègbè àti jàjàgbara fún orílẹ̀-èdè mi. Ilẹ̀ Odùduwà, ìran Yorùbá, èdè kan, àṣà kan àti ìṣe kan ló so wá pọ̀ láéláé lágbára Elédùwà.